My name is Nadia Alawa. I'm the second oldest of my 7 siblings, and today I want to share with you who my mother Nadia is. My mom is the founder and CEO of NuDay Syria, an NGO working to better the lives of Syrian mothers and children affected by the current humanitarian crisis. Born and raised in Denmark, my mom has never actually lived in Syria. She grew up very Danish, but with a strong sense of globalness and of a whole world being one humanity.
We want to help other people that have no means to move. And in 90% of the cases of the people we help, it is women and children. And many of the children are orphans, which means many of the women are widows. They really don't have anybody. And when you hear what they need and how desperate they are and what's going on, it's like you can't stop, you know.
My mom's self-initiative and determination shines through in her refusal to be a bystander. Belief in the freedom of speech as a means to change society has always been core to my mom's life.
Because it's just too much what's going on. All they want is freedom and democracy. And that's just a basic human right.
With this value in her mind and Syrians in her heart, my mom started organizing rallies in Boston. She was determined to make her voice heard and to do it with the greatest impact she could, through her own example.
And I think every human being should care that somebody else does not have the right for freedom.
The past couple of years have been hard as the conflict in Syria hit closer and closer to home. One such tragedy was the loss of James Foley in August 2014. With the tragic news of his passing, my mom did not hesitate, immediately organizing a vigil in honor of James that not only paid homage to his life and his memory, but also denounced the horrific acts of a terrorist group.
As a Syrian American activist from New Hampshire, mother and lover of freedom, I thank you all for coming here tonight to honor the well-lived and beautiful life of James Foley. Islam in Arabic comes from the word salam, which means peace. The acts and the agenda of ISIS and groups like it are contrary to what we as Muslims believe and how we live. As a Muslim, I refuse to let terrorists take my religion as hostage. As a Syrian, I refuse to ignore the millions of mothers, children, families, and young men wanting freedom inside Syria and getting starved, killed, and raped instead. Jim as well refused to ignore this. As a human being, then I stand for peace and freedom, and I want to honor heroes and fellow travelers like James Foley, who ended up dying for this very reason. I thank you for coming out tonight. I thank you for wanting to make the end of Jim's life be our new beginning for a more peaceful and united tomorrow. We will not let haters decide what to feel or what to think, and we will not ever forget the bravery, convictions, and steadfast mission that Jim was on.
NuDay Syria is currently renovating camps in Jisr al-Shughur, where hundreds of Syrians have fled. Those living in besieged areas with little other aid are given relief through our crops and livestock initiatives. These unique and courageous projects provide Syrians with the necessary items to begin and maintain agricultural initiatives.
What we do is that we actually engage the community here in the United States where we work, and we have a diverse group of people. We build bridges and we let people know, the recipients, the mothers and children and families in general inside, that people care on the outside. People, they care so strongly and deeply that they are taking their children's items, toys or donations, money, the grocery money, and they're donating this and they're sending to you guys. And then we try to get that message out, that people know inside Syria that others care, and they might not be able to solve the political situation, but in the end, being able to give a little child a stuffed animal, or saving someone, a mother she needs to deliver, or having a child go to school, that's what brings hope. And if you can basically bring hope to one family, one child in a family, the whole family will know that people care on the outside. And that's what's going to, from day one, we knew this, that we would have different forces inside Syria, but bringing hope was going to overtake all the badness and all the ugliness because hope is really the strongest feeling there is.